Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a video for you about the motivations behind people's actions and some Destiny gameplay, and these two do go hand in hand for once. I'm not just going to be talking about completely unrelated stuff from gaming, because today with me I have a special guest as a co-op player. I'm playing with Jessica, or my wife. You probably know her as @JWoDesigns on Twitter, but we're actually playing video games together for the first time ever on this channel. It's not something that you've ever seen before. She's not joining with me here today in the commentary, but I want to talk about how we got there. If you haven't noticed, we're not playing split screen, but we are playing Destiny together. That's because last night I went ahead and ponied up. We went to Target and we bought my wife a PlayStation 4, the white PS4 Destiny bundle. It was kind of funny. The cashier actually recognized me and he's like, "Are you familiar? You look familiar, like a guy I've seen on TV or something." And I was like, No, I'm not familiar at all." And he's like, "Wait, you're a drifter, aren't you?" But that's a little side story. Basically, my wife played Destiny because she went with me to Bungie headquarters a while back, and she felt a little bad that they were giving her free hotel, free food, free lodging, all this sort of stuff, but she didn't actually play the game. Even though she wasn't really there to play the game, she was just my particular guest. It did feel rude that she was there enjoying the services but not giving any feedback about the game or anything like that, so she played it. Unfortunately, she had to play with other YouTubers and pro players, PvP, and that's a really rough place to start. If you haven't played shooters in 10 years, which really it's been like a decade since my wife played shooter games, and you jump back into playing a game with no instructions against like pro players and YouTubers, you're just stepping into hell. And it went very, very poorly, but my wife by her nature is very competitive. She felt that this was a game that she could play, that she would eventually be good at, and that she kind of wanted to get good enough to play on that level, and she really wanted to play Destiny. So when we got Destiny, I played a little bit at first, and then she made her character, and the idea was that it was something that we would do together. We would play Destiny together, and what happened is she was still learning how to do shooters, how to level up, how to run and shoot and strafe, and some more basic mechanics, and it took her a little while to level up, and I went ahead with my character and ran on and played with J-Hub, who I'm sure you're familiar with on this channel, and I got pretty high level pretty quickly. I was doing bonuses, bounties is what they call it in this game, not bonuses, but you do get bonus experience and you level up pretty fast. And she began to get more and more frustrated and upset when I was playing with J-Hub and I was leveling up really fast, and I kept hearing more and more about how I should do it slower, how we were supposed to do this together, and I kept saying, "Oh no, we can still play together, it won't take you that long to catch up." And we just kept arguing, and she wanted to have... She was also very frustrated that the game wasn't split screen, because she thought we could play split screen together and just work side by side, because most of the olden games would do that. This one in particular won't. And it turned into something that we argued about for a while, and it occurred to me that my wife wasn't upset about me hogging the PlayStation and not letting her play it. My wife wasn't upset about me leveling up really fast or faster than her. My wife wasn't upset about the game being hard or learning how to play it. My wife was getting upset because this is something that we planned to do together, or at least, she thought that we would do together, like split screen, that we would play this game together, we would beat the campaign together, we would level up together. And the more and more I played and the higher and higher level I got, the further that dream started to slip away from her, because we're pretty different people. There's not a whole lot of activities we do that really overlap. We're into different things. I guess in some ways opposites attract, but we don't have a lot of shared hobbies. So she thought this could be a great shared hobby for us, and it could. I mean, it's a video game. We both play games, different games, but we're trying to share this game. I don't do single player as much, and she doesn't do multiplayer as much, but this is a good compromise. And as I leveled up, as I hit level 10, level 11, level 12, and got further and further into the game, it just became very apparent to Jessica that our levels were vastly different, and that she wouldn't catch up, and that we wouldn't play together, and that the idea of us doing things together would fall apart. And again, the whole point behind the game and playing together was a sort of a bonding experience, a husband and wife coming together, doing something together cooperatively, co-op, something that we can both enjoy and have fun. And that dream was getting further and further away, and as that happened, she began to get more and more frustrated, and that's kind of what this commentary is about. That's why I just went and got a PlayStation 4. We're both going to get this gold chest right here. She remade her character, and I made a new slot on my PlayStation, so now we sit side by side and play the campaign co-op together. But that's something that you need to think about in your personal life and when you deal with others and all the sort of things they have going on. is maybe the things that people are getting mad at you about, maybe the things that people are frustrated with you about, maybe things that you see as being petty or small or just something that somebody shouldn't be mad about. Maybe it's because you're not seeing it from their perspective. Maybe there's some critical piece of information that you're missing, and oftentimes that's a person's motivation. A lot of times people will judge themselves to be good and others to be evil. You'll judge others by their actions, but you'll judge yourself by your motivations, regardless of what your actions are, because it's kind of impossible to truly know somebody else's motivations. You can guess at them, you can have a very good idea, they can tell you, but you could always be bad at guessing, or they could always be lying. I'm getting near toward the end of the video now. There is a boss fight, but I didn't have a whole lot else to talk about. I guess I'll just keep talking while the boss goes here. But it was very good that thankfully we were both able to recognize what was going wrong. I was able to see that it was that my wife wanted to spend time with me, and she could also realize that was the problem and not just the game itself. So we found something, we worked it out, and now we're doing the Destiny Co-op campaign together. I don't know if it's something you'll see on this channel anytime soon, but as soon as she is comfortable with the game, comfortable with her own skill level, comfortable with playing, we're thinking about doing a dual stream on Twitch. She'll get her channel going and stream with the PlayStation camera, and I'll do mine with Elgato and XSplit and all that sort of stuff. But it is something that we're definitely working on. Like I said, I don't know when we'll see it, but again, in your own personal lives, this is something to think about. Not, oh my god, she just got smacked by melee right there, and this was a part where I was unfortunately unable to revive her because the boss in this level is a one-hit melee kill. We can't go up and punch him, so I just kind of have to wait. If somebody gets pissed at you because you ate the last couple of chips, if somebody's mad at you because you don't drive right, if somebody if you have an argument with somebody about something, like let's say a piece of media, if you say that Twilight is bad and they say it's good and they get overly frustrated about it, it's probably not objectively because they think the book is amazing and that your stupidity is painful to their brain, but more so, Twilight's a terrible book. We'll pick something closer to home, like we'll say like Ayn Rand and Catcher in the Rye, something, any of those sort of books. Not because it's objectively good or bad, but more so that they had an emotional attachment to it, and you're kind of taking a big dump all over that. Not a very good thing to do. It doesn't feel very good, and feelings have a tendency to override our rational actions. Just no way around that. That's just kind of how it works. So it's just something to keep in mind. We're going to go ahead and pound this boss here and end the video, and that is going to be it. That is a mission complete. We cleaned up the last little bit of Fallen, and we won. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.